Best known for his Tony-nominated, Grammy-winning portrayal of Elder Price in the Book of Mormon and as Elijah in Lena Dunham's Girls, Andrew Rannells earned his second Tony nomination for his moving performance in Falsettos. Tonight, he brings his signature blend of vocal prowess and wry wit to a sparkling set of favorite songs.
Is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place. Yes, how? Well, who?
I'm Audra McDonald. Please enjoy Andrew Rannells in concert.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew Rannells.
He was born on a summer day, 1951. And with the slap of a hand, he had landed as an only son. His mother and father said, what a lovely boy. We'll teach him what we learned. Ah, yes, just what we learned. We'll dress him up warmly and we'll send him to school. He'll teach him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. In the summer of '53, his mother brought him a sister. And she told him, we must attend to her needs. She's so much younger than you. Well, he ran down the hall and he cried. Oh, how could his parents have lied when they said he was the only son. He thought he was the only one. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. He left home on a winter day, 1969. And he hoped to find all the love he had lost in that earlier time. Well, his sister grew up and she married a man. He gave her a son, oh yes, a lovely son. They dressed him up warmly, they sent him to school. They taught him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, 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 what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely
Thank you so much for being here tonight. I think we're gonna have fun. And if not, it's only an hour.
The moment I saw him smile, I knew he was just my style. My only regret is we've never met, though I dream of him all the while. But he doesn't know I exist, no matter how I may persist. So it's clear to see there's no hope for me. Though I live at 5135 Kensington Avenue, and he lives at 5133.
How can I ignore the boy next door? I love him more than I can say. Doesn't try to please me, doesn't even tease me, and he never sees me glance his way. And though I'm heart sore, the boy next door affection for me won't display. I just adore him, so I can't ignore him. The boy next door. I'm gonna love you like nothing you've known. I'm gonna love you and you all alone. Sooner is better than later, but lover, I'll hover, I'll plan. And though I'm heart sore, the boy next door affection for me won't display. I just adore him, so I can't ignore him. The boy next door. So I've been very fortunate to be a part of some really extraordinary musicals. The Book of Mormon, thank you. And before that, Hairspray and Jersey Boys. And then after that, I did Hedwig and Hamilton. And these shows were I mean, I was so lucky to get to be a part of all of them, and they all hold a very special place in my heart. But I've also been a part of some other shows that you might not know about that also hold a very special place in my heart. For instance, I got my equity card playing the pivotal role of Duty in Grease the Musical at the Westchester Broadway Dinner Theater. I was also in Pokemon Live, the Radio City musical. And I was also in the smash off Broadway hit, It's Karate Kid, the musical. It was called It's Karate, Kid, the musical, for legal purposes. Last year, I got the great privilege to be a part of the Broadway revival of Falsettos. Thank you. Which was such a thrill. It's always been one of my favorite shows, and to get to do it with that incredible cast and work with William Finn and the amazing James Lapine, it was just absolutely a dream come true, and I love that experience so much. This next song is not from Falsettos. Do you like that segue? Keeping you on your toes. But it is by composer William Finn, and it is from a show that he wrote called A New Brain. Ponies in the sun, the race is soon beginning. My father bet the family fortune on a sleek brown horse. My father had a hunch, we gave up lunch so Daddy could make a wager. Ma would scoff, she would scoff, hear her scoff, and they're off. Yeah, they're off. And they move in a herd like a four-letter word, and they're off. Tickets flow to the ground. Mommy sat and cried. But Dad was unaffected. He said, have you ever had a better 2 minutes in the last 3 years? We said, but Dad, the dumb horse lost. He said, sometimes joy has a terrible cost. I know that. Ma would scoff. She would scoff, hear her scoff, and they're off. Yeah, they're off. Mommy's biting his neck as they roll on the deck, and they're off. There is blood on the ground, and the band starts to play as the horses go round, and they're off. Isn't life funny? People lose money and have fun. Betting, of course, is hell on the horses and on families where the betting is done. It's a joke to believe someone's won. All they did was fight. Plus they discussed the weather. My father bet the family fortune till it disappeared. We also laughed a lot. That was a thing I often forgot to tell you. But it's true. Yes, it's true. It is true. And he's off. Daddy's off. We get letters from Maine where he tries to explain why he's off. What was lost was not found. And the band starts to play as the horses go round. And they're off. And they're off. Yeah, they're off. And they move in a herd like a four-letter word. And they're off. There is blood on the ground, and the band starts to play as the horses go round and around and around and around and around and around, and they're off. So this is my friend and musical director, Mr. Todd Almond. And when we were putting together the show, there were some songs that just automatically we were like, we love that song, and this is why, and we would like to include that. And then there were other songs that we just liked, but we didn't know why. And this next song is one of them. I can't really tell you that I know what it's about. It sort of changes every time we do it a little bit, right? So I'm just gonna sing it, and maybe you can figure it out. And if someday I should become a singer with a Spanish bum who sings for women of great virtue, I'd sing to them with a guitar I borrowed from a coffee bar. Well, what you don't know doesn't hurt you. My name would be Antonio, and all my bridges I would burn. And if I gave them some that know, I expect something in return. I'd have to get drunk every night to talk about virility with some old grandmother who might be decked out like a Christmas tree. And no pink elephants I'd see, though I'd be drunk as I could be. Still I would sing my song to me about the time they called me Jackie. If I could be for only an hour, if I could be for an hour every day, if I could be for just one little hour, cute, 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 in a stupid ass way. It's weird, right? It just keeps getting weirder.
And if I joined the social world, became procurer of young girls, then I could have my own bordellos. My record would be #1, and I'd sell records by the ton, all sung by many other fellows. My name would then be Handsome Jack, and I'd sell boats of opium, whiskey that came from Twickenham, authentic queers and phony virgins. I'd have a bank on every finger, a finger in every country, and every country ruled by me. I still know where I'd long to be. Locked up inside my opium den, surrounded by some shady men, I'd sing the song that I sang then about the time they called me Jackie. If I could be for only an hour, if I could be for an hour every day, if I could be for just one little hour, cute, 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 in a stupid ass way.
The guy who wrote it was French. Is that helpful?
Last verse! Now tell me, wouldn't it be nice that if one day in paradise I sang for all the ladies up there, and they would sing along with me, would be so happy there to be, 'cause down below is really nowhere. My name would then be Jupiter, and I would know where I was going, and then I would become all-knowing, and my beard so long and flowing. If I became deaf, dumb, and blind because I pitied all mankind and broke my heart to make things right, I know that every single night, when my angelic work was through, the angels and the devil too would sing my childhood song to me about the time they called me Jackie. If I could be for only an hour, if I could be for an hour every day, if I could be for just one stinking hour, cute, 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 in a stupid ass way.
I have to say, someone's taking photos over there. What are you making, a goddamn flip book? It's like you just keep taking them and taking them. We're making it for TV, hon. You can just watch it at home. You don't need to take photos, girl. It's okay. It's gonna be on the TV. So let's knock it off, shall we?
A thin ice covers my soul. My body's frozen, but my heart is cold and still. So much about me is raw. I search for a place to unthaw. Something in me breeds love into fear, veils my vision, makes my thoughts unclear. My eyes, blue, turn to gray, hoping to mask what they say. I've been outside myself for so long. Any feeling I've had is close to gone. I've been outside myself for so long. I have been in a storm of the sun, basking senseless to what I've become, a fool who worships just tonight. When after all follows night, I've been outside myself for so long. Any feeling I've had is close to gone. I've been outside myself for so long. I've been outside myself for so long. Any feeling I've had is close to gone. I've been outside myself for so long. Outside myself.
So, last year, in addition to getting to do falsettos, we also had the great privilege of getting to record it for PBS, which, thank you. Which was so exciting because as a kid, I am from Nebraska, Todd is from Nebraska, and we both were talking about this as we were putting together the show, that those PBS shows were really our window to Broadway because we didn't have access at all to New York or to Broadway. So those PBS specials were very important. So it was very humbling and very exciting to get to be a part of one. And along those lines, Todd and I, we were talking about, which one was our favorite. And we agreed, much like most other sane people on the planet, that it was Into the Woods. Yes. We knew we wanted to do something from Into the Woods, but it's hard to pick because there's so many great songs in there. So we decided that maybe it was best just to give you a tiny glimpse of what 13-year-old Andy Rannells looked like in his bedroom mirror. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead. But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there had been no stock to get up to the giant in the first place. Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, and tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold. See, it's your fault. No. Yes, it's your fault. No. Yes, it is. It's not. It's true. Wait a minute, but I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you, so it's your fault. Yes. No, it isn't. I'd have kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get our cow to get the curse reversed. It's your father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place. Oh, then it's his fault. No, yes, it's his fault. So, yes, it is. It's his, I guess. Wait a minute, though I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear. But without any beanstalk, then what's queer is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place. Yes, how? Well, who had the other bean? The other bean? The other bean? You pocketed the other bean? I did. Yes, I did. So it's your. No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife. Then it's hers. No, it isn't. Then whose is it? Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoe. So the one who knows what happened to the bean is you. You mean that old bean that your wife? Oh dear, but I never knew, and so I threw it. Don't look here. See, it's her fault. Yes, it's her fault, and it isn't mine at all. But what? Well, if he hadn't gone back up again, we were needy. You were greedy. Did you need that hen? But I got it from my mother. Then it's her fault. Then yes, and what about the harp in the third place? The harp. Yes, she went and dared me to. I dared you to. She dared me to. She said that I was scared too. She dared me. No, I didn't. Your fault. Wait a minute. You hadn't dared him to, and you had left the harp alone. We wouldn't be in trouble in the first place. Well, if she hadn't raised him in the first place, it was you who raised the beans in the first place. You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault. No more questions, please. No more tests. Comes the day you say what for, please. No more. No more riddles. No more jests. No more curses you can't undo.
left by fathers you never knew. No more quests, no more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more. Running away, let's do it. Free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? Have to take care unless there's a where. You'll only be wandering blind. Just more question. Different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, let's do it. Why sit around resigned? Trouble is, son, the farther you run, the more you feel undefined by what you have left undone, and more what you left behind. No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happy day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses? All the wondering what even worse is still in store. All the children, all the giants, no more.
So sometimes I'm asked by young people about auditioning and what should I sing for my auditions? And I'm like the worst person to ask about that because I found this next song and I loved it, and I'd always loved the song, but I started singing it for auditions, and I sang it for every audition. And sometimes it would work, like I sang it for Hairspray, and that worked. I sang it for Jersey Boys, that worked. I sang it for the revival of South Pacific at Lincoln Center. Didn't work. One of those Les Mis revivals didn't work. But I just kept singing it, and I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep singing this song, even though it's highly inappropriate. So folks, this is my go-to audition song.
In the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. At night we ride through mansions of glory and suicide machines. Sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected and stepping out over the line. Oh, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. friend, I want to guard your dreams and visions. Just strap your legs around these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines. Together, Wendy, we can break this trap. We'll run till we drop. Baby, we'll never go back. Oh, will you walk with me out on the wire? 'Cause baby, I'm just a scared and lonely rider, but I gotta know how it feels. I wanna know if love is wild, babe. I wanna know if love is real. Oh, can you show me? Beyond the palace, hemi-powered drones scream down the boulevard. Girls comb their hair in the rear-view mirrors, and the boys try to look so hard. The amusement park rises bold and stark. The kids are huddled on the beach in the mist. I wanna die with you, Wendy, on the streets tonight, and an everlasting kiss. Huh. One, two, three, for the highways jam with broken heroes on a last chance power drive. Everybody's out on the road tonight, but there's no place left to hide. Together, Wendy, we can live with the sadness. I'll love you with all of the madness in my soul. Oh, someday, girl, I don't know when we're gonna get to that place where we really wanna go, and we'll walk in the sun. But till then, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Come on, Wendy, tramps like us, baby, we were born to
If I brought that band, I might have been in South Pacific. So in addition to being very talented and from Nebraska, Todd is also a really beautiful and wonderful songwriter. And I heard this next song before I met Todd, and I completely fell in love with it. And he was very generous and is gonna let me sing it tonight. But Todd and I are from opposite ends of Nebraska, but both very famous ends. I am from Omaha, where the steaks are from. Todd is from Alliance. And Todd, would you like to tell everyone what Alliance is famous for?
We have an exact replica of Stonehenge made out of cars.
And what's it called, Todd?
Carhenge.
Carhenge. I have some family here from Nebraska. They know what I'm talking about, right? Carhenge. So there you go. So this next song is by the lovely Todd Almond.
this old town like I miss life before you. Not at all, not at all, not at all, not at all. When I'm here, I get this fear that I won't leave again. And will you know what happened and find me, or just move on? Because I feel you hanging on just like the moon tonight. Over Nebraska, yes, and I feel just like the horizon stretched in all direction. And I'd call you now, but I kinda like this feeling. So tonight I'll just call your name. Things get planted in the ground here, and yeah, they grow, and yeah, they're beautiful, 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 beautiful. But even cars get tipped on, and so they can't drive away. And I guess I feel like that tonight, just tipped on, and because I feel you hanging on just like the moon tonight. Over Nebraska, yes, and I feel just like the horizon stretched in all directions. And I'd call you now, but I kinda like this feeling. So tonight I'll just call your name. You could see the sky tonight from where I'm standing. Am I the only one alive? No, there's you. No, there's you. No, there's you. And I'd come running to you right now, but I'm planted here tonight. But I'll be coming home soon, I swear. Oh, I'm coming home. And I feel you hanging on just like the moon tonight. Over Nebraska, yes, and I feel just like
this feeling. So tonight, I'll just call your name. Hey. So, to say that my musical likes are eclectic, it's a little reductive. I have a wide variety of musical appreciation, for which I blame my parents because they had a very eclectic record collection. My mother is here, Charlotte Rannells. And I grew up listening to some records that I thought were popular music. And it turns out no other little boys were listening to it. So, like, for instance, I listened to Vicky Carr live at the Greek Theater like it was Miami Sound Machine. Yeah. You know, I just thought it was great popular music. So this next song is for the great Vicky Carr. I tell myself, what's done is done. I tell myself, don't be a fool. Play the field, have a lot of fun. It's easy when you play it cool. I tell myself, don't be a chump. Who cares? Let him stay away. That's when the phone rings and I jump. And as I grab the phone, I pray, let it please be him. Oh, dear God, it must be him. It must be him, or I shall die. Or I shall die. Oh, hello, hello, my dear God, it must be him. But it's not him, and then I die. That's when I die. After a while, I'm myself again. Pick the pieces off the floor, put my heart on the shelf again. He'll never hurt me anymore. I'm not a puppet on a string. I'll find somebody else someday. That's when the phone rings. And once again, I start to pray. Let it please be him. Oh, dear God, it must be him. It must be him, or I shall die. Or I shall die. Oh, hello, hello, my dear God, it must be him, but it's not him. And then I die. Again I die. Let it please be him. Oh, dear God, it must be him. It must be him, or I shall die. Or I shall It's Vicky Carr, you guys. Get into it. I'm sad to say, we just have a couple songs left. I know. But that's the deal, folks. They're kicking us out. Somebody else comes in after this. Shaka Khan, is it Shaka Khan plays after this? with this set. She's doing my set list, which is weird. When we were putting together the show, Todd and I, we found this next song, or remembered this next song that we both really loved. And we thought it was a nice way to begin to close out our evening. And it's by the wonderful George Michael. And it's a song that we think really sort of speaks very well to the rather troubling times we are currently living in.
These are the days of the open hand. They will not be the last. Look around now. These are the days of the beggars and the choosers. This is the year of the hungry man, whose place is in the past, hand in hand with ignorance and legitimate excuses. The rich declare themselves poor, and most of us are not sure if we have too much, but we'll take our chances, 'cause God stopped keeping score. I guess somewhere along the way, he must have let us all out to play, turned his back, and all God's children crept out the back door. It's hard to love, there's so much to hate. Hang on to hope when there is no hope to speak of, and the wounded skies above say it's much too late. And maybe we should all be praying for time. These are the days of the empty hand. You hold on to what you can, and charity is a coat you wear twice a year. This is the year of the guilty man. Your television takes a stand, and you find that what was over there is over here. So you scream from behind your door, say what's mine is mine and not yours. I may have too much, but I'll take my chances, 'cause God stopped keeping score. And you cling to the things they sold you. Did you cover your eyes when they told you that he can't come back 'cause he has no children to come back for? It's hard to love, there's so much to hate. Hang on to hope when there is no hope to speak of, and the wounded skies above say it's much too late. And maybe we should all be praying for time. small town. They think so small, they use small words. But not me, I'm smarter than that. I worked it out. I'll be stretching my mouth to let those big words come right out. I've had enough, I'm getting out to the city, the big, big city. I'll be a big noise with all the big boys, so much stuff I will own. And I will pray to a big God as I kneel in a big church. Big time. I'm on my way, I'm making it. Big time. Big time. I've got to make it show. Yeah. Big time. Big time. So much larger than life. Big time. I'm gonna watch it growing. Big time. Oh, oh, oh. My parties have all the big names, and I greet them with the widest smile. Tell them how my life is one big adventure, and always they're amazed when I show them round the house to my bed. I've had it made like a mountain range with the snow white pin over my big fat head. And my heaven will be a big heaven, and I will walk through the front door. Big time. I'm on my way, I'm making it. Big time. Big time. I've got to make it show. Yeah. Big time. Big time. So much larger than life. Big time. I'm gonna watch it growing. Big time. Big time. My car's getting bigger. Big time. My house is getting bigger. Big time. My eyes are getting bigger. Big time. In my mind. Big time. My belly's getting bigger. Big time. In my bank account. Big time. Look at my circumstance. Big time. And the balls in my big, 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 big.
We hope you've enjoyed Andrew Rannells in concert. For Live from Lincoln Center, I'm Audrey McDonald. Good night. Join the conversation on Twitter using hashtag LFLC. You can also watch more from these artists at pbs.org.